Kat, and I'm here with Clayton Family Kitchen today, and I'm making stuffed sweet peppers. The ingredients are 1 pound lean ground beef, a ½ cup chopped fresh parsley, 2 limes, 20 sweet peppers, a half sweet onion, 1 package taco seasoning, 8 ounces sour cream, 1 tablespoon adobo seasoning, a ½ cup Fiesta blend cheese. So I'm making stuffed sweet peppers today, but not just for anything. I'm focusing on wedding foods, things that you can make at weddings, and I decided to kind of go with a Mexican theme. I really like these stuffed peppers. They're really easy to make, but they're really good, and they're a crowd pleaser. I've made them for parties before, so I thought they would be perfect for a wedding, especially since wedding season is coming up and people are looking for some ideas. So to start out, what I need to do is cut my peppers. I've already pre-cut some of them, and what I'm going to do is just take the top of the pepper off. I want to leave a little place for the meat to go. So I'm just going to try to slowly slice it off. And I usually have to take my small knife and cut out the seeds. And just kind of make sure I have a opening and all the seeds out. And I try to make sure that I pick the side so that it'll sit flat, so that when you present them, they're not falling over. And then after you have all of these, taken the seeds out and cut, I have about 20 peppers. I'm just going to set them to the side while I prepare everything else, but this is kind of what they should look like so that they'll hold the filling. Now, all the peppers, I kept the tops that I cut off so that I could chop them up. They're going to go in the filling, at least part of it. You don't have to use all of them. I just try to use some, probably about a quarter cup chopped. And they don't have to be chopped exact. I'm just kind of rough chop. They'll soften up in the filling. The great thing about this recipe is you can make however many you want. Just, you know, however many peppers you can get a hold of, because honestly, this pound of ground beef will probably fill more than 20 peppers. But that was just the bag that I got of peppers. I use these peppers a lot. I really, really like them. I like that there's 3 different colors, and I just like the flavor. They're not too overpowering. They add kind of a sweetness. Now that I have those, I'm going to take the ground beef and we're going to cook it in a skillet. I've already turned it on, about medium heat. And while that's cooking, I'm going to chop up my onion. I've already kind of started chopping it because onions make me cry. And I don't think you all want to see me cry, so I went ahead and kind of got the onion ready to go. I'm just gonna rough chop it as well. A moment. And while the beef is still cooking, I'm gonna add the peppers and the onions. That way they get plenty of time to cook. I don't want them to be half raw when you eat it. You want everything to kind of be soft. I'm gonna go ahead and add the adobo seasoning. You can buy this at any grocery store. It's usually located in the Hispanic section. They use it quite a bit. I love the flavor of it. And while that is all cooking, I'm gonna go ahead and add, I'm kind of cheating. You can make your own taco seasoning, but I just bought it just for the convenience. So I'm just gonna use a whole pack of this mixed with a cup of water. And I'm gonna go ahead and add it before the beef is cooked. That way it'll kind of absorb some of the flavors. And I'll get my water. I'm gonna turn the heat up to about medium-high. Stir everything together, make sure it's all mixed. And then this will cook maybe 15-20 minutes, just until most of the liquid is gone and the meat is cooked through. So while the peppers are baking, I'm gonna go ahead and prepare, I'm gonna take sour cream, put it in a Ziploc, because we want to kind of drizzle it over the top of it. But I'm also going to cut up some cilantro, fresh cilantro, to put on top, just to make it look kind of pretty. It adds a little flavor, but it's more about the presentation as far as the cilantro goes. This dish is really simple, but the presentation is really nice. You can make a large amount of it, and that's why I thought it was perfect for wedding. And if you've been on Pinterest lately, Mexican food's become really popular for weddings. People are doing taco bars and different things like that with Mexican foods, and I thought that would be a great thing to try. That really is pretty cost effective, and they're pretty easy to make. You don't have to be a superstar chef to make them. Our filling is about done. Most of the liquid is gone. All I'm gonna do really quickly is squeeze. I have a lime that I've halved, and I'm gonna take one of the halves, try to keep the seeds from falling out. Then we're going to take it off. And as you can see, I have all my peppers ready to go. I've put them on a baking sheet. I've sprayed it with some baking spray so they don't stick. So I'm going to get a spoon and start filling them. And it doesn't really, you just want them kind of full. That it will cook down a little bit. This one. I usually go ahead and fill all of them with a spoonful, And then if there's any left over, I'll go back. I just want to make sure they all have filling. The first time I made these was we have a Christmas party every year at our house. And I made those the first time for Christmas. It's usually a great place for me to try new things out and figure out what people like. And these were one of the favorites. I make about 10, 15 appetizers that night. And this one was one of the top ones, so it'll be back next year. It's also another reason I think it would be great for weddings, is when you have a large group of people, this seemed to be something that a lot of people liked. I have all my peppers stuffed, and as you can see, I have plenty of filling left. I could easily do another 20 peppers. So this is a great recipe that can make quite a few appetizers. After I've got everything filled, I'm going to put them in the oven about 350 degrees, and I want to cook them for 15 to 20 minutes. It just depends. You just want to check on them. Once the peppers kind of start to char is what I'm looking for, and that they've cooked a little bit and softened up. So I'm going to go ahead. So I've pulled my peppers out of the oven, and I've actually started decorating some of them. As you can see, the peppers kind of shrink a little bit and they start to brown some, and that's what I'm looking for. All I've done is I've put sour cream in a Ziploc bag, and you just cut the corner of it. And then I'm trying to make somewhat of a pattern on my peppers. I'm not going to do all of them because some people don't like sour cream. Actually, I'm one of those people. So I'm going to only do half of them. So after I've put the sour cream on, I'm going to add actually the parsley first. I'm going to add a little on the top. Oh, well, that's a little bit more than a little. I'm just going to take a few of them and put them on a plate. And that one I'm going to add some cheese to, because I like cheese. You can add about anything you want to on top of them. Fresh tomato would work as well. Salsa, fresh pepper, anything that you would like. And I really like limes, so I always at the end add a little bit of lime juice over the top. I'm going to try the one without sour cream. I don't know why, I'm just not a big fan of it, of the taste. I like it in things. If you put it in a dip, I'll eat it, but straight, I don't like it. It's really good. And the nice sweetness from the peppers with the salty flavor of the meat makes a great combination. Thank you for watching.
You clap and then giggle a little bit, you're fine. Okay. We just needed to shoot the other.